Hello and welcome back to the Swiss National Championships. It's a game for 5th place.
Yeah.
The Panthers from Bern, hometown heroes, against Flying Colors.
Yeah, we've already seen them this morning.
Exactly.
They looked hot, so let's see how they approach the game now for 5th place. Conditions are getting even windier.
I thought it wasn't going to be possible to get even more windy, but the gusts are crazy right now.
Yeah, so let's see how the teams fare. I think both teams already had some trials in the winter today. I think they're pretty much excited, warmed up. And let's see how it goes. In the game that we saw this morning from the Flying Colors, they just managed to squeak it through. A win on Universe Point. So let's see how they fare. Second time of asking against the Panthers from Bern, who had their game against the Crazy Dogs this morning. No, against the Wombats, I think. I get Ringenberg there with the disc for the Panthers. See a zone from the Flying Colors. Floaty pass, well collected by Gadamian. Sees Ringenberg again. Nice over the touch shot there.
A foul on that throw, or on the pursuit rather, for Flying Colors. It's knocking.
I think the cup trying to set back up again, and they're not realizing that there's somebody in the space. Daniel with the disc, finding Paul Meyer, finding his sister for the reset.
Oh, nice grab.
Great save there by Schemp. And Müller with the disc. Just opting for the nice Paul Meyer going up line. Getting a lot of option on the upline pass. Foul call there by Gadamian.
Yeah, there was some hugging from the back.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a fan of that.
No contest there. So the Panthers still in possession of the disc. He's looking for a deep option, but nobody is going to prevent them. Müller again with the disc, really nice upline pass. And Ringenberg with this first point for the Panthers on the board. Müller to Ringenberg, great connection there. And the team from Bern with the first point on the board.
That was such good offense there. Also only using probably like the 10 meters on this near sideline of the field because of the wind. It was intense, let's say that much, but composure there and good touch on the throws for them to like float out and just waiting perfectly until the receivers are in the perfect position to catch it.
Absolutely, great zone offense there from the Panthers. Clean hold for the first point. Let's see how the Flying Colors will do with their first offensive outing this game. Yeah, I think the game probably will be quite exciting. You had a lot of young and fast talent on both sides.
That's true, the teams know each other pretty well. And we'll see what they can cook up. Surprised that it's just that one hold and a clean hold to start, because conditions really are crazy.
Yeah, but maybe the teams already had the possibility to get used to these conditions in the first game they played today. So now Mühlemann with the disc for the Flying Colors, finding his teammate. Ooh, great grab there through the defender's hands. Thinking about the swing, still throwing it. Great safety there on the catch, like throwing himself onto the ground to catch it. Now Mühlebach again with the disc. Teammates coming back in, nice over the cup throw. Another good save for the catch. Everybody's rolling on the ground out this pass. A little bit too low.
Yeah, that one couldn't have been saved at all.
Yes. Gadamian picking up the disc to Schmitz. Paul Meyer Yeah, these three used to playing together on the under-20 open team.
Oh.
And they're finding a teammate from the Panthers, and this is a second point for the Panthers, starting off now with the break.
That's really impressive. Although, like, it was a short field for them to work it
Yes.
under, but it's not as if it was a single pass. It was moving from one side to the other, and really, really nice movement at that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Get that high grab there for the scorer. Nice
Yeah,
read, making sure it's still inbounds on that far side.
Yes, like extending all his height.
So zone offense will probably be the default for both teams here.
Yeah, that's very likely. So let's see how comfortable both teams get in attacking this in these conditions.
We've seen composure from Panthers. We'll see what Flying Colors can do.
Yes.
We've seen them be really good at finding the perfect position to hawk it. And maybe that'll be prevented by a zone.
Yes. Let's hope they're not digging a hole for themselves again as they did in their first outing here on the stream today. Hartmann with the disc to Mühlebach, and we see the zone from the Panthers again. But this time, the Colors attacking it with much more ease. Nice swing to Hartmann there. Again to Mühlebach. Good job in stretching the field. And a little bit over the hands of Imbach, unable to bring it down into the end zone. So now Panthers have the chance. Scoring, nice give and go there between Paul Meyer and Ringenberg. But now running out of options to throw to. Svenska Damian for another give and go movement. And then one of her signature puts. She really likes to put it deep, but I think the Colors players just had better position.
That disc was a really good put with a lot of mustard on that, but at the end it floated to that far side, and maybe one could have thought that might happen, but the players in pursuit just weren't aware of that enough.
Yeah. I think the defense smartly kind of bracketed the one player going deep, so he didn't really have much chance to adjust to the change trajectory. So now the Colors get another chance at a hold. Good save there for the disc, but I think we have an injury. Maybe overextended his leg. Looks like a bit of cramping.
Panthers opting for a substitution as well.
Yeah, putting some younger legs on the field.
And that one just a reset.
Yes.
Overthrown a little bit.
I think maybe she slowed down her cut a little bit towards the end. And then so Panthers get another chance. Oh, beautiful inside shot there, opening the field.
Being a lefty is just such a cheat code.
Absolutely. But there we go. Good defense there, and the players were not even sure where the disc was. Interesting option. But
Pushed it up.
all that counts is that the Colors have the disc back in their hands. So Hartmann again, and he's deciding to try his hand on a deep shot. I think the player was already very deep, so the defense was already in position.
I agree. I would have loved to see the under, like not a full deep shot, but like on this near side going back under to get a big like 30-meter gainer.
Absolutely. So Panthers again, possibility to score another break. Moving forward, Gedwick with the disc and Paul Meyer chasing. It's very speculative throw, and trailing slightly then towards the side of the field, and in the end it's two-way out of bounds for Paul Meyer to reel it in.
You can see the discs are trailing to one side or the other, and it always depends on what way you release it.
Looks like Paul Meyer deciding that she was probably still in. Good reset there by the Colors. Disc is with Hartmann. Great catch there under pressure. Again. Yeah, good. Oh, like an injury call. There might have been a collision between players on the field.
I was so impressed by that intense mark that I didn't
Yeah,
actually look down.
Me neither, me neither. So I think also the players did not, but since injury stoppage is an immediate freeze, the disc goes back to the thrower.
And they'll get an injury as well, subbing in every now and again.
Yeah, I think that's the second injury sub in this point.
It's not ideal. Let's not continue this rate.
Otherwise they have the full team exchanged. Which like Paul Meyer replaced by his older brother. Can almost not see this on the field. They're looking so similar. Okay, this Color is still having the disc. Mühlebach there to give a reset. Yes, that's a great movement there by the Colors. Hartmann opting not to throw the deep shot, rather on an in cut. Good choice, and Mühlebach are really nice touch on the disc. Ooh.
Wow.
Defense coming in hot, but Mühlebach able to.
I don't think she was out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds on that one.
She milked that as long as she could, but it didn't come back in, unfortunately. It was super close, I think.
Okay. It was hard to tell from the perspective because we got quite a number of spectators. And timeout call by Ringenberg, because this point is really turning into a long and grindy one, so I think both teams take a breather, use some water, and so will we.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
We are back live here after this timeout. It's been a crazy point with so many turnovers.
Yeah.
2 injury subs and a timeout now.
Yes, but the turnovers happen on kind of the deeper shots, so I think that both teams are kind of trying to be daring, and due to the condition, it's not necessarily working out, but it keeps things still exciting. You know, get Ringenberg there with the disc, like, opting, but like Paul Meyer with the catch. Müller now looking for options.
And Rinnebeck
back there with an uncharacteristic drop there.
Yeah, just can't keep her hands around that disc.
So it gives another chance to the Flying Colors. Hartmann with the disc.
It's a really good.
Looking for a deep option there. And we got number 33 with the defense.
Thinking about the foul, but
yeah, but I think it was like,
against
I think you had a better position than I had, and now keeping it exciting. And it goes right back to the Flying Colors. I think they were playing for field position. Now they're much closer to their own end zone than they were before. Let's see if they are able to keep it clean and put this into the end zone. Imbach now with the disc. Ooh!
Nice athletic grab.
Yes.
The disc still in her hands in the end. That's impressive.
Amazing. She had some more fall over catches like this in the previous game, trying to keep things exciting. Mühlebach now with the disc just on the end zone line. And an athletic grab there from the Flying Colors to score the point, to have their first point on the board. Current score currently 2-1 in favor of the Panthers from Bern. And the Flying Colors showing us they're still here, they're in the game, they're ready to play.
And that was a total of 5 turnovers each. Going to hold because of the Flying Colors started on offense at some point, but it was crazy.
Yeah, I think at this situation it's no longer a question of like offense or defense line. It's just like, can we bring it home?
Yeah,
because I think both lines spend as much time on offense as they did on defense.
Indeed. We'll see if anyone can maybe clear it up a little bit, clean it up as well.
Yeah, but I think the first 2 points, they were pretty clean from the side of the Panthers, and then now maybe also that the Colors stepped it a bit up on defense, so got a bit messier.
Maybe, yeah. A discussion about ratio, gender ratio, I believe.
Yeah, but we have the hand signs.
Of course.
It's because of the pulls. It's like who has to pull. I think a male matching player had the disc in his hands for the pull, and since it's the ladies on the field, of course, a woman has a female matching player has to pull. Just the moment the wind is picking up. As a pull, I'm always hoping that when I have to pull that the wind is coming down just enough when I pull, but great pull there.
It really depends on what side of the field you're on.
Yes, absolutely. Shim there with the disc, Deringenberg. He was like giving you a little smile that, okay, this time I caught it. Staller to Rem, to Gadamian. Looking, opting, seeing if he can throw the inside throw, but opting not to put it. There's some hugging going on there on the sideline. Interesting. And an injury call.
Another one, unfortunate. Yeah. That was a lot of contact there. I think that is the same matchup that had the other foul call on that up the line cut earlier.
Yeah, but I think he kind of tried to force it on the around throw, and the defense just was just in the way. So I think it's even unclear who moved into whom. So I think there was not even a foul being called. I think it's just the injury call.
That's fine. Just a lot of body contact.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
But I think it was unclear who moved into whom. I think they were just moving into each other.
The thing is, like, I know it's unclear. The rules state it's very clear. As soon as defense moves into offense, it's the defense at fault for that matter.
What if the offense moves into the defense? Oh, Ringenberg again.
Well, that only that matters if the defense is really very, very stationary, which a mark hardly ever is. Yeah.
But we had some discussion, like if you have your arm in front and then you being hit on the throw. I mean, you're allowed to put your arm into a space. Oh, good awareness there by the Colors player. And a pick being called on the field. And you can see a classic stack for the moment, looking very clean. Oh, and a miscommunication there on the reset play. Stoller with the disc now. Up to Dishap and 81 again. The great read in the air. Close to the end zone. But just too casual at the around throw. Like instead of really pivoting out to get a good position,
Indeed, just not quite there.
We've seen this a couple of times that people get a bit lazy on their pivots and they just kind of turn instead of pivoting. But they
Getting it back right
they get
away.
right away. They get another shot. So little by little, just through these little turns, the Panthers are moving towards the end zone.
The difference here is that Panthers now can't quite connect as well on the resets that they worked on so well before.
Ringenberg again.
Nice put.
And put the Stoller, and we have a player all on her own in the end zone, able to reel it in. And this is a 3rd point on the board for the Panthers. I mean, that little by little, they moved it closer and closer to the end zone. In the end, there was not too much space they had to work with, and really nice shots there.
I think you mean turnover by turnover. They moved it into the end zone.
I said little by little. It sounds.
It sounds nicer, it sounds better, and it's probably more true than what I said, but it's really, they turned the disc over and got it in a more favorable position twice. So
I think they played kind of the hack and D play game in that situation.
it's pretty good if it works.
Yeah. Play for field position. And there you go. 3-1 in favor of the Panthers. Colors on the board with 1 point, hoping to add a second one to keep it close. Okay, nice pull there by the Panthers. They did Mühlebach with the disc. Seeing a free person in the middle of the field. Great shot there, and another one, but just a little bit low. So the defense able to swat that away easily.
Yeah, making sure though that it is slapped away and that there's no opportunity for a second effort grab.
Okay, so the Colors finding themselves again in defensive position. But
Big.
the Panthers have to play the full field. Bringing back with the disc. Opting for a deep shot. And the Colors play with a bit of a better read on the disc. And again, trying to get the first shot off. Okay, great patience there by the thrower. Imbach now with the disc. And again, where the pickle, there's a pickle on the field. It's like always, why are people not moving? And then you see the raised arms, you're like, okay, now I understand what's going on.
This is what it is.
Yes. But overall, I think the offense from the Colors is a bit static. Like, they're not really having too many options. Ooh, speculative high disc there. Swatted away by the Panthers and shot directly into Imbach, who was there, right moment, right space, and
Exactly, she came from behind a little bit.
Mühlebach picking up the disc, looking for options. Oh, still good awareness to give it a second try, but he had just swatted it away a bit too far on his first attempt at a catch.
Still holding his hamstring after that injury earlier. He might want to take it a bit easier.
Yeah, I think they are tightening up probably on him.
Yeah.
And again, got Ringenberg with the disc there. Paulmeyer, the disc on the line. Looking for an option he likes. Ooh, great the awareness from Ringenberg. The disc coming through the defense. And we had another score for the Panthers. 4-1. Right now it's another break.
Yeah, they've been really composed so far. Not clean whatsoever in this later stages of the first half, but composed.
But they seem to be sure that they will be able to get the disc back. and try again. And again, this was a situation where kind of they were moving in closer and closer with every turn, get closer to the end zone, and then just a question of patience to put it into the end zone.
I actually really enjoyed the Pohlmeier-Hartmann matchup.
Yeah.
That was some kind of battle at this point.
Absolutely. I think that with these two teams, I think we probably will get a number of fun matchups there. Okay, let's see what they have in store for us now. Pohlmeier with the pole. Great pole there, really nice and floaty.
And it's sitting
just
there.
waiting there.
Love
Great.
that.
Okay, here we go. And we get to see a zone. And the Panthers putting up their zone. But I kind of, which actually always is a bit of a scary one, because you got all these tall, lanky players just in front and around the disc, especially in windy conditions. But for the moment, I think the college players are unfazed by what they see, and they're playing it really cool.
It's really interesting. They've got some lanky, tall players, as you said, in the cup, and are trusting their female matching players to go in the deep space and contest that. And I really love that setup.
Yes, especially in this condition where kind of the deep shot is a hard one to make.
Does seem like they're transitioning out to matchup now.
Yes. Yeah, I think the colors, they played it really well. Through the cup, like through the zone. Got a pick call on the field. People running a bit everywhere, especially when you're moving out of kind of zone into match defense, and people still keep moving as they were in the zone, that you get a bit chaos on the field. But no, I think everybody's settled down in their matchups. Looking for options, trying to give going. Some frantic cutting there. Ooh, nice layout. Defense attempt there by the Panthers player. Mühlebach there for the reset, but not really seeing any good continuation forward. Oh, great grab again. She really likes to throw herself onto the ground for the catches, I think. Quite a number of one. A nice shimmy shake there for the up lane pass. Ooh. Lofty pass there to Mühlebach, but collected easily. Another tricky one. Great read there by the Flying Colors player. And again, oh, she again tried to throw herself onto the ground, but this time the disc was just a little bit out of her reach.
I'm always a fan of laying out, but sometimes just run it out.
Yes.
Is my advice.
Okay, this now is in the hands of the Panthers players. And they got the Damian, Pohlmeier, Schmitz trio on the field. Had quite a lot of time to work on chemistry. But somehow the defense were doing a good job shutting down these options, and the disc goes back to the Flying Colors. Distance to the end zone is not such a big one, so let's see what they have in store for us now. Mühlebach with the disc. They got a player running hard, and we got a pick. Player should stopped.
Oh, and it seems to be a bit
intense,
the conversation.
Yeah. But maybe kind of, he says like she keeps on doing these kinds of cuts, like running circles.
Maybe yes, but I've seen some of the Flying Colors players doing that again and again, going from the break side and then going right in front of the stack, not giving the defense a chance to catch up, and that is per rules not allowed, and definitely a pick.
But Champ kind of really stating her point. It's also, you know, the question like, okay, did it affect? And I think the players kind of stopped. But I think in general it's much better. Still try to attack the disc and try to catch it and discuss after, because this also engenders the discussion of, okay, there was the disc thrown before or after the pick was called, and then it just gets super messy. So
it is always an intense discussion as well, because it's an interest of keeping the disc. Oh, what a great layout defense. That was such a good play, just jumping in right in between there.
And also quite clean. Schmitz there with the cut and Schemp. But Gadamian just there to collect the overthrown disc. Looking for the deep shot, but opting to rather play it to Paul Meyer. And Schmitz again, seeing Paul Meyer. Paul Meyer now close to the end zone. Ooh. And I think he was just trying to kind of stay behind the line maybe, and then not too aware of that, rather attacking the disc. So now we got Mühlebach with the disc again. So again, a long point there. We're staying on the field. The number of cuts is kind of getting smaller. Mühlebach cutting. We're just staying so really close to the disc and clustering.
Nice effort there
Yes.
to try and keep that alive and jumping kind of back and onto the ground, but
Yes,
disc
absolutely.
always hitting the ground first.
So we get again Gadamian picking up the disc, looking for probably he would like to maybe think at Schemp. So that's just a little bit too high for her to reel it in. And then good awareness by the defense to swat it away, to not allow the second attempt on a catch. Okay, and again, Colors with an option.
Oh, and a handbook!
Oh, we got a foul call. Discussion who at whom. Had he already released the this is the discussion that was said before, like who moved into whom. Like my hand was there, you moved into me, or your hand moved into mine.
Yeah, I heard a slap of
something slapped together.
Yeah, and I think I thought it was disc and the hand of the defender, but I'm not sure. We'll get a closer replay here. I don't know. I think I would want to retract that. It does seem very clean, actually.
Yeah, I think it's called turnover. Yeah. But I think also kind of the player that was ready for the reset kind of tried to really just go up line instead of kind of doing the rabbit cutting right next to the player, especially in these conditions. This is so hard. A really nice upline pass for Schmitz to Paul Meyer for the score. And as I said, the trio already pretty much used to playing together from these years under 20 European Championships. They played together in the open division, and you could really see that they know how they move. And
yeah, indeed. Also great body composure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So did they play last year or did they play this year?
This year.
Oh.
But already last year in the under 17 and then this year in the under 20.
So a very young bunch.
Yes.
It does look like someone called a timeout here.
Yeah,
on
I guess
the field.
my guess would be it's the flying colors.
Getting another timeout in. And as they're taking a break and regrouping, we'll do the same thing again, and we'll be back soon.
Yes.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
We're back live after the timeout. Panthers are with a commanding lead up in this 5th place game.
Yes, 5-1 at the moment. Flying Colors still chasing their second point. Again, attacking the zone. Panthers opting to do this. For the moment, it's kind of as long as the Panthers are putting on the zone. The Flying Colors not having too much trouble right now. Kind of an errant throw. Not being reeled in successfully. So the Flying Colors trying to match up quickly to their respective counterparts. Stoller with the disc. Ooh, floaty disc there. And
Giving up
disc is
really.
back to coach. And Hartmann with the disc. Looking for his options. Again, we got an undefended player in the middle of the field. But somehow it's not being thrown to. Mühlebach with the disc now. Oh. That's a rare occasion where she overthrows Hartmann.
Yeah,
I think she was hoping for him to maybe to go deeper and he was coming back under.
I think they know each other so well, but that throw just like everything else, just so influenced by the wind.
Absolutely. Yeah, switching there on the stack. This is still with the Panthers. Looking for options. Stoller cutting. And again. But also here we kind of have some stagnation from the stack. Müller now. Nice cut. But again, not too much movement coming from the stack and people running across each other. Nice option, on the line. Stoller there for the reset. Looking, again, he's kind of hoping, somebody give me something.
I think he was calling for a deep shot, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
And then Week now.
Oh, wow.
Seeing the 81. Ooh. But good defensive pressure there by the player from the Flying Colors.
I love that shot. I thought it was a bit zippy and a bit steep, but it stabilized so well at the end of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And 81 had a good read on it, but I think the defense just had a little bit better position and then just sneaked the hand through. So again, the Colors get a chance at scoring their second point, but in order to do so, they have to cross the full field. They're setting up quite far away from the disc. Good movement there for the moment. Moving low disc. Caught with the foot, but this foot cannot hold on to the disc. Now Stoller to Ringenberg. Oh, errant throw there. Another turnover from the Panthers. Colors now trying the hand at the high shot. Well defended by the Panthers player.
Another Pohlmeier, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. Just reading this super well, being in the right position. Ringenberg now with the high disc. There was like two dark shirts, one light shirt, and the light shirt. Got the hand on the disc for the defense.
I like that high release option, but it just got caught by the wind, as everything else did.
Absolutely.
Gotta get some lower throws.
Let's see if he kind of looks a bit tired. Is he going to call a timeout? We'll see. He's faced with the zone. Maybe he's conserving timeouts more. Panthers had time to set up the zone. Good effort there by Mühlebach, Leod, but not able to get her hand on the disc. So the Panthers again are decreasing the distance to the end zone for the score. Just little turnover by turnover. Pohlmeier with the disc looking for her reset. Face marking from the defense resulting in a successful pass, and now close to the end zone. And we have the score from Ringenberg, taking us to 6-1 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's a long run.
Yes.
Only 1 point on the board for the Colors, but this really like looks like a game they've played before this morning, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is the moment now to turn on the Jets and to play it. But I think for the moment also they have a situation where things that worked this morning aren't working anymore. So maybe they just need to focus kind of on the basics. Don't try things that are too hard, and also maybe clean out a little bit the cutting, like not to run too much across each other. I think they're really fit, they're athletic, they have the legs.
Indeed. Yeah, we'll see what they can come up with, because the wind is really different, and that's maybe even what makes all the difference here.
Yeah, absolutely. For the moment, I think the Panthers players look pretty happy with how the game is going so far.
Well, I would be happy if I was a Panthers player, or I would be a supporter. I'd also be happy.
Okay, bringing back on the field again. I don't know if she's taken a point off so far.
I don't think so. I think she's been there for quite a bit.
Yeah, she's having a blast. She's originally a player from Fab, but opting to play with
I was wondering about that.
opting to play with the Panthers this year. I think I also heard that the Bern teams actually had a talk about kind of players crossing over from team to team. Really good read there by the by the Flying Colors player to save the disc there. Now the Panthers switching to match defense. Nice give and go movement there. Ooh, great grab. Just too much in front. It's always this really last elusive little throw into the end zone. Just a little bit too hasty. Okay, we got Gadamian picking up the disc. His name is going to come up quite a lot because there are actually 2 Gadamians on the team. Just like there were 3 Paul Myers. Oh, that was a great throw there, but the Panthers player just couldn't reel it in.
It was
I think
such a
with
good
the
shot.
wind, they're getting quite some zip, and if you're not expecting it to come in this hot, makes it a bit more difficult than expected. Now Muderbach with the disc. College player looking for a reset. Nice job there. And again, there's a poaching in the lane. We had kind of some good movements on the resets. Oh, really nice deep shot, but as I said, these are things that were working this morning. They're for the moment they're not working. That's, I think it's potentially getting a bit frustrating, and maybe the players getting into their own heads, so they kind of need to stay focused and they need to kind of keep their heads up high. Because the looks are good and the decision is good. It's just like a tiny detail of reeling the disc in. They just need to get their heads back into defense. Okay, got Damian again with the disc.
Maybe another flick like that.
Let's see, it's the option. We're setting up in a horizontal stack, what often gives a good throwing lane for the deep shots, but now we're opting to reset to Champ. Now we have the deep shot on the back end, dropping right into the broad basket. Reset, oof, reset there. But defense incoming in hot and ripping it right out of his hands. No discussion, it was like, okay, my bad. Disc is back in play. Oh, nice touch on the disc there for Champ. Everybody is waiting in front of her. It doesn't really make her life easy, and a desperation throw in towards the end zone gives the disc back to the Flying Colors. Let's see there with the disc. Not really liking things he's seeing. And again, but the zip on the disc just makes it difficult for the catch, but also the Panthers opting to extend the point just a little bit longer.
Yeah, they don't want to score really, it looks like at least.
I think they're having fun out there. Just want to keep going.
I don't know if it's really fun or just desperation by now.
Yes.
It
Maybe
doesn't-
Hartman picking up the disc again.
Doesn't look a lot of fun anymore with that amount of wind.
Yes.
Like I'm all for a little bit of a thrower's breeze, but
And this may be already a bit more than just a thrower's breeze. Making these points rather long. But also I think it doesn't help much that people are all clustered around the disc. So we get kind of a desperation throw. Yeah, I think his teammates should believe that he can put this.
I mean,
somebody should have gone there.
yeah.
I think that was a beautiful throw, but I think like sometimes in my team we call this like an educational throw, but I think his team should know that he likes to do this and that he can do it.
Agreed. The occasional throw adding to that is like someone telling them, hey, this is where the open space is. It's not down there. It's not for a tight reset. It's over there at the far
Absolutely.
side.
But I think it's just to show, okay, next time I want somebody to go there. Hey, so Panthers again, getting a chance there. Nice pass into the center of the field by Gadamian. He gets the disc back right away, looking for options. Champ with the disc now. Good marking there. Good save there by Gadamian. This was deciding to fall to the ground rather quickly. Where's option Ringenberg now with the disc, faking the deep throw, reset to Gadamian, and a nice give-go movement there. But now nothing really to follow it up. I think it's good to see like Panthers opting also for the in-cuts. Upline there. Gadamian and the Ringenberg in the end zone. Just a little bit too low to the ground. Ringenberg unable to make the play, and the disc goes back to the Flying Colors.
Yeah, rather than putting it down for it to slide up a little bit, it was really flat, causing the disc to put down.
Oh. Good. Okay. Another deep shot there from the Colors that did not connect. You got Hartman looking at his hands like, why are you betraying me?
Why are you not working anymore? I can tell you why, because it's 4 turnovers apiece now.
Yes. And it's always on the long shots, so these players on the field, they have been running a lot. And they've already been running a lot this morning. Oh, nice play there by the Panthers, but again the wind making itself known. And somehow the drops from the Panthers, they keep happening, and the Panthers now managed to score the point that's been taking quite a long time, and we have 7-1 on the board now. I think the break train now has quite a lot of wagons for the Panthers.
Indeed. 5 points in a row for the Panthers. Flying Colors managed to get 1 point in at adding 1 to the 2 breaks the Panthers got early. And now it's been the Panther Fest so far. And even if they add it now, if they make it with a break now, they can break for half, and we'll see how it goes on. 40 minutes left on our game clock.
Oh, wow. And these are really long points. So I would not say that, let's see, again, maybe also as in the previous game, even though the score looks pretty uneven, like on the field, it doesn't necessarily feel this uneven.
I don't know if I agree 100%, because the Panthers are looking cleaner in terms of resets, and the options they have are more stable at times.
More viable, yeah.
But of course, it doesn't feel like an 8-1 game or
Yes.
7-1 or whatever the score might be.
Yeah. I think there's maybe one point where the Panthers might have a small advantage. They seem to involve more players into their game when they play than what we see from the Flying Colors.
Agreed. That works out really well if it's not as windy, but if with the wind, if you don't trust 100% of your players at times.
Yes. Makes it easier for the other team to take away your options. But right now we have a really nice first few passes on the flow for the Flying Colors. Now the Panthers have the time to set up their zone defense. Speculative throw. It's all about who reads it better, and it was Champ who
Great
had the
positioning.
yeah, great position, and he didn't even have to put in much effort, just be at the right point at the right time. But here we have the disc from Paulmeyer to Paulmeyer, landing way out of bounds.
On all the stones, that poor disc.
I think you might need a new disc.
I think so too. They might want to switch that up.
They were collected quite a few stones. Okay, I guess we will see another dangerous zone there from the Panthers setting up the cup.
And
But
an immediate deep shot.
Already trying to get there for the really nice read there from the Colors player there. But then just a drop on the reset. Sometimes there's what people call like a stone cold drop. And that one's so Paulmeyer now with the disc, taking the deep throw, opting to throw to his brother. And back to Paulmeyer. And back to Paulmeyer.
Say that again.
Yeah, I think that his sister. Oh no, the sister's also on the field, so they can even involve another Paulmeyer in the play if they wanted to. But they're opting to play the disc to Champ, who had to put in a lot of effort to reel this one in. Get some dinking and dinking. Gadamian now with the disc. High disc to Paulmeyer. Finding Ringenberg. Paulmeyer with the high grab there. And again. And now we have the third Paulmeyer getting involved. She's looking for options.
Such a good fake that the defense actually looked for the disc down the field, but it wasn't there.
She has some nifty fakes. So it's like really quick wrist snap of the wrist. And the pass from Ringenberg to Gadamian, a little bit too low, so it didn't wait for him long enough to run that one down. Maybe he was not initially expecting it, so he hadn't really accelerated.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of float in that disc either. Might have put it into space better, but this might also be giving the defense some opportunity to get in there.
Getting his own. His zone actually looks pretty tight. I would remeasure the distance maybe, but I think maybe they will do this, and while they're talking about this in the timeout, and while they have the timeout to talk about it, we will leave you with some nice words from our sponsors, while we also take a little bit of a break.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
still in the first half. It's been a long first half.
Yeah. I
And
think the player definitely feeling it.
yeah. It's also been a long weekend. Maybe not an intense one, but just long times of waiting and then intense games, and we'll see what the flying colours cooked up.
Absolutely. I mean, we still see the zone from the Panthers here, and Flying Colors with the disc, still looking for this elusive second point that they would like to put on the board. But with this such a flying pass, it will be difficult, especially when Paul Meyer is in the vicinity, easily spotting it down. And again, the Panthers find themselves in the prime field position there. Bring back with the disc to Schemp. Ringenberg again. Paul Meyer with the layout grab for the first half. 8-1 in favor of the Panthers from Bern. And with this, both teams have time to recover, to regroup, and let's see what they will bring in the second half. And while we give the teams time to rest, we will do this as well and let you have a look at some words from our super nice sponsors. Welcome back to the second half of the 5th place game here at the Swiss Championships between the Colors from Bern in black and the Panthers from Bern in black and the Flying Colors in white. And they're battling it out. For the moment, the Panthers have quite a huge advantage, taking first half 8-1. So let's see what the Flying Colors discussed in the halftime and what they will come out now in the second half. Still looking for this elusive second point to put on the board.
that very real second point. They'll get it. Now, wow, what a daring thing to do, catching that pole so low to the ground.
Yes. I've seen people laying out to catch a pole.
Oh, I've seen that too. Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying, especially if it's your teammate. Okay, Mühlebach with the disc there. And again, nice play there against the zone. The passer from the knee. Good movement there from the cutters. Nice shot there, really nice, quick playing. I think they're flowing well when they're playing quickly, and every time it's getting stagnant, they're putting themselves into trouble. Great catch there by Mühlebach under pressure. And a really easy shot into the end zone.
A clean hold for Flying Colors.
Absolutely, and the second point.
Whoever said whatever for this during this halftime huddle really did their job well.
Absolutely.
That's really impressive. That was a good clean hold, and they can go from there.
Yeah, so good start for the second half for the Flying Colors. But since they dug themselves quite a hole in the first half, they have their work cut out for them now.
They've done it before, but not at that big of a margin.
Yes. I mean, maybe it was just practice in the game before.
To make it perfect here. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm not going to write anyone off yet.
But let's see what the Panthers have to say about that.
They haven't started on offense since the score was 2-1. So,
yeah, but I think they keep kind of switching lines over. At least from what I could tell, it doesn't look like a clean cut.
Oh no, you're absolutely
OT
right.
line. It's more like who still has legs, who still wants to play. Come on, let's have fun.
I don't think it's necessarily about the lines, but more about like the pressure of starting on offense, having that disc going towards you, and you have to catch it as well.
Okay, Colors with the pull. And we have a moment where the wind decided to calm down for a little bit. See if the teams can take advantage of this. Bring it back to Paul Meyer. Double cut for the upline. Nice reset there to Stoller. Still looking for his reset. Opting for a deep shot. Defender could not really see the disc, just trying to jump up spectacularly. And good matchup there. But Paul Meyer and Hartmann, and I think they're discussing who caught it first, but by the looks of it, I think Paul Meyer conceding that he was probably the second one to grab the disc.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well, actually.
So the disc is now back with the Colors. Hartmann with the disc. Looking for his options. Really nice forward movement for the moment. Mühlebach with the disc. Forward shot and defended there. And number 24. Okay. And again, Stoller with the disc, but just overthrowing Paul Meyer. Couldn't put on the jets in time. But the disc goes back to Hartmann. Yeah, you get the Hartmann-Paul Meyer matchup.
Another Paul Meyer though, but still.
Yeah. Hartmann again with the disc. We got coach Mühlebach with the disc. Hartmann. Mühlebach able to reel in the low disc from Hartmann. Just giving a little shake of the head, not really liking what she's seeing in front, but giving the disc to Imbach. Oh, nice inside shot there from Imbach. So, Flying Colors in front of the end zone. For the moment, they're being patient. Oh, it looked so good, and unfortunately, it got a drop there in the end zone. So the disc goes back to the Panthers. Paulmeyer to Paulmeyer there. But a lot of players running across each other there. Just going to Schemp. Schmitz. And back to Paulmeyer. Picking up line. Ooh, they caught a little bit of wind there. But good read there by Schmitz to bring this in. And Ringenberg there for the easy collection for the 9th point in favor of the Panthers.
Another intense one there for
It
the
looked
Panthers.
so good from the Flying Colors.
Indeed. That was really good composure, and they made it to the end zone, not once but twice, in that vicinity, at least red zone. Scores for them, and then in the end zone, no defense around, just a clap, catch, error. And that's really been part of the problem for this game, right? That there just hasn't been the composure and the pressure.
I think it's maybe today also, it's the second game with so much pressure.
Yeah.
And as you said, maybe also a little bit of tiredness creeping in. It's the last game of the weekend. Like in these windy conditions, yesterday it was pretty cold. I think this is also something that creeps into your head, maybe. But on the other hand, it's the last game. They can give it all. They can leave it out onto the field, and I think it's important to play a game that you can be proud of, like independent of the score. But says, okay, we gave everything we got. And there's a great pull there from the Panthers, pinning Colors in their own end zone. And with the turnover in the end zone, the Panthers have a really short field to play with, and they make really efficient play. We get the 10th point on the board for the Panthers. Quick succession. We had a few really long points in the first half, and we had now 3 relatively short points in the second half. So maybe they want to catch up the time that they lost in the first one.
Indeed. Just very clean for the Panthers this time around. I think it does seem like they feel more comfortable playing defense and starting with defense and then getting the disc back.
Also, as kind of we've seen, kind of with defense, you can, if you put on the pressure early, you can force a turn early, and then you have a short field to work with. But if you start on offense, then often you have the whole field to work with, which makes it so much harder in these conditions. I think we're reaching the stage where you need to call players to play.
4 female matching players on the field now.
Absolutely, you get Champ with the pull. Colors are ready. Oh no, Ringenberg gets the pull.
You can see the wind is picking up. It's getting pretty cold. People are on the sidelines with blankets.
I think if you're not moving, then you can start to feel it. Okay, we got Hartmann picking up the disc, and again he's faced with this cup from the Panthers. But really quick work. Yeah, Mühlebach to Mühlebach. Sibling connection there. Hartmann with the disc to Mühlebach again. Really nice play there against the zone. I think they're faring much better when they play against the zone than when they play against the match defense, it seems. Because maybe it gives them more structure to play. Now the Panthers are moving to match defense. Short field to play, nice grab there. That's Wheeler. Oh, finding Mühlebach. He's looking for his sister, but he has a backup there in the back. And this time it's a point for the Flying Colors. They will be super happy about the 4th point that they're putting on the board.
3rd point, actually.
Okay.
I predicted that a little bit.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
our scoring system does not do undos, so if you click twice, you get another point on the board. So I actually have magical powers predicting.
You
that
already
third
predicted
point.
the third point,
And I also predicted it would be a clean hold,
which it was.
which it was.
Magic.
I'm sorry, Panthers.
I think it was probably the dropped point there. It looked so safe and scored, and you're like, okay, that's a point.
Indeed. No, I was. Of course, I'm kidding a little bit. I just pressed the wrong button, but I mean, it was really impressive. That was a very
Yes.
good hold, and you can see that
It was
that
the confidence that we had in the flying colors that they would be able to score their point.
exactly. You can see that they're capable of doing it.
Yes. Maybe then at the middle, maybe they had a few kind of decrease in self-confidence and in the throws, but it looks like it's coming back. Okay, so the Panthers are back in offense. Let's see what they show us when they start, not from defense, but from offense.
They've conceded more points now than they have all half.
And
All
it's like
first half,
the
that
Flying
is.
Colors already scored more points than they scored in the first half as well.
Works both ways, exactly.
Okay, setting up in a split stack formation here. Yeah, we got Palmeyer with the disc. There the brick. Finding Stoller. Looking for. I wanted to say looking for completely free Gadamian, but somehow there was a defender nearby who actually got his hand on the disc. The disc is being called down.
I think Stoller is actually calling it up. I saw him pointing up.
Ah,
I don't
okay.
know.
Yeah, he's pointing it up, calling it up. Okay.
I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
I think she had her foot underneath.
yeah, maybe.
At least also this is from what they were saying. Deep shot there, but not really high. But again, the point of catch your defense. And the Colors player just keeping the awareness and just being able to score the point.
And that's a break.
That's a break for the Flying Colors. Making it 4-10.
That disc should have never made it to the end zone, actually.
It was
The
so
defense
low.
smacked it on.
Absolutely. Great assist there by Paul Meyer.
Yeah, great assist by Fowler, absolutely. Great Mac.
Yes.
He's not going to be too happy about that.
As I said, you need to be able to inherit her.
Ah, that's fine.
Yeah, breathing a little bit of excitement into the game that for a while was a little bit one-sided.
We're all
I
up for
think,
that.
yes. So now, making it interesting. Okay, so we have the first break on the board for the Flying Colors. Let's see.
It's about time.
We'll go from there. We got the full Paul Meyer contingent on the line for the Panthers. Paul Meyer to Paul Meyer. Finding Muller. And another Paul Meyer with the touch on the disc. Looking for Paul Meyer the younger, but I think there's a pick call.
Asking about whether he'd had a chance to
Yeah,
get there.
retracted pick call. Or it's like at least they say, okay, the disc stays where it is. And again, Paul Meyer to Paul Meyer. forward. And for the moment, it's a bit of kind of a stop and go play. And then Palmeyer overthrow. So the colors get another sniff at a potential break point. So we get Mühlebach picking up the disc. Imbach with the disc, looking for options, but kind of players clogging the lanes, not really giving her clear shots, and the defense there able to sneak in, and Ringberg with assist to make it another point for the Panthers. 11-4.
13 minutes remaining on the game clock. It's not a lot of time left, but yeah, I'm curious to see whether we get to 15 at all, actually.
Absolutely. I mean, we had the points were shorter now in this half.
It seems like people have adjusted to whatever the weather is now.
Absolutely. Maybe also it calmed down a little bit. I know.
That might be
Oh,
a
we
fact
just
as
got
well.
used to it.
Yeah. Won't be able to tell now, actually. It could be either one.
Okay, so we're gonna get another offensive point for the Flying Colors.
It's getting warmer even now.
You can already see the Panthers players starting to stretch. I think they're starting to feel the the game, the length of the points, yeah. And all around us we can see kind of the soccer fans starting to move in, because it seems there will be a big soccer game going on this afternoon.
Oh, in the big stadium?
Yes.
In the Wankdorf Stadium?
Yeah, it's all these kind of yellow, black. There's people, it's not always all Panthers fans. Some of them are also just young boys fans, as the team from Bern is called,
Okay,
the soccer team. It's like faking without the disc. It is kind of.
I love
was like
these moves.
I was like, come on, I want to throw this though. Come on, warming up my. Like a little bit of trouble there, and again the Panther zone. And it's doing its job.
That disc thrown immediately and directly into the defense.
Yeah. Oh, and then it makes just enough, but the Panthers players keeping the awareness and catching it. But great defensive effort by the Flying Colors player to make this away. But
he was so high up.
Yes.
That was impressive. He was like jumping, leaving his knees up there, and then just colliding with the ground, making sure that disc was in his hands. No respect for his body whatsoever. What a good move.
I think he probably has a lot of conditioning, so he doesn't even feel it when he lands on the ground. And this is the 12th point for the Panthers on the board now. They have a commanding lead in this game.
Saw that again on the replay. It was really impressive. Oh, I love these kind of plays.
Every time I want to look at the replay, I need to take off my sunglasses, because otherwise I don't think anything. So again, like the zone that the Panthers are putting up is really doing a good job. Let's see what they're.
We'll see the
kites in the air.
Kite in the air, yeah. It's a flying color. That's what Noah is saying on the comms.
Yeah, there's a lot of colors.
They should probably get a kite as their next
kite, yeah.
mascot.
Yeah.
Gotta tell them later.
It would indicate the wind. Where it's blowing from. Okay, Hartman picking up the disc. Again, the zone from the Panthers. Hartman and back. This is really Mühlebach. Oh, really quick give and going there. Takes it to the end zone. And there we go. The 5th point on the board for the Flying Colors. Quick and easy.
That was a very good hold for the Panthers.
For the
12
Flying Colors.
Flying Colors, of course. I'm so used to being.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
It's been a very long day. We've been talking non-stop for since 9 a.m.
Exactly.
And it's past 2 p.m. now, is it? Yeah, it's 3:30 actually. And we're still talking.
Yes, of course. Let's keep going.
Oh,
like
yeah.
these players are doing. They're not slowing down. Why should we? Okay. So 12-5. The current score. I mean, once in a while, the Colors have been able to sneak in a break. Let's see if they are able to do this again here after the really quick and efficient score. And in this situation, they really went for the really quick give and goes option. Like sometimes I didn't even have the time to follow the play and the disc was already in the end zone. So let's see what problem they will present the Panthers now. Okay, a nice pull in the end zone. High disc, but collected really nicely by the Panthers player. Running back with the disc. Opening up her arm, but the disc just a bit too short and the Colors player right in front. And he opening up his arm, but the Colors player was just cutting deep, not even looking for the disc.
It wasn't a bad option, but
Yes.
the Panthers
But
got lucky there.
yeah, I think it's just the Colors player was unaware that she was the option that they wanted to throw to. But again, great defensive awareness there by the Colors player. So the Flying Colors get another chance at a break. Okay, Hartmann walking it to the line. So weighing his options. Yes. Yeah, but also kind of the reset space is kind of clogged, so his only option is the forward shot, and in this windy conditions, it's not always the easiest option to play.
Yeah, indeed.
So Colors are back on defense. Stoller is picking up the disc for the Panthers. Champ there for the reset. High disc. Ooh! Quite second, third effort catch there.
Maybe even fourth. That was
Yeah,
really
it's
impressive. Luckily, there wasn't really anyone who could play defense.
Yeah, it's like Hartmann really trying hard to defend it, but again, just a bit of a hasty throw towards the end zone. Turns the disc just yet again, so we're back to a longer point this time. And
Haven't
the
seen one
Colors-
of those in a while.
Yes, the Colors get yet another chance at the break they're hoping for. But we're already starting with a relatively deep stack. Makes it really easy. Nice collection there by the Colors player. She's been throwing her body around so many times. A really nice receiving target for all these for the throwers. Ooh, zippy inside shot, and just another turnover for the Colors. So the Panthers get yet another shot to hold. Stoller walk into the disc.
got
see what
time.
let's see what will come up this time. Just a shot along the line. Getting close to the end zone. Nice pass there to Schemp. She's at the end zone line, and the pass to Ringenberg makes it 13-5 in favor of the Flying Panthers. Now I'm mixing up the team in favor of the Panthers from Bern, but they've been throwing their bodies around. They almost can't call themselves the Flying Panthers.
I would really love to see a collaboration between the two teams called the Flying Panthers.
It
That'd
would
be fun. Or the colored Panthers.
Yeah. I think they had, I don't know if they had a time where they were called Pink Panthers. I know, but I think there was a team long ago. I think it was the Masters team from the Panthers Club, maybe.
Interesting. It does look like
Yeah,
players
team
are
that-
huddling up and
yeah,
there's a
they look-
timeout. Ooh, a dog, 2 dogs actually playing with each other on there on our replay screen as teams are taking a timeout. And we'll leave the dogs. We'll leave you with some words of our sponsors, and we'll be back after a short break.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
What a much needed one for both teams to regroup and refocus.
Yes. And we're starting right with the pull that goes way out of bounds.
The poor disc.
Yeah.
Stifled by stones.
Maybe we should get a new one for this time. Yeah, I think the colors players opting to select just a different kind of disc to play.
A randomly different disc.
I think
With a
it's pretty much-
Panthers logo. Bold choice.
Maybe it will bring them luck. Let's see. We got the Panthers zone there, just to the wall of shoulders. Yes. Ooh. And then Barle lifting her arms a little bit in frustration. But just like with the gust of wind, also the passes are not necessarily the easy ones, especially these short ones. Champ now with the disc. The line. Nice upline cut there by Gadamian.
Right in front of a camera as well.
Yes. His inside shot, it's like all the time in the world for Palma. He almost could have had a coffee in between before catching the disc.
Oh, nice grab.
Another one that's a pile of bodies in there, but Palma again with the catch, finding his sister.
Actually really waiting for that one, but
I get somebody raising their arms. Oh, just a bit too casual, the throw. Champ unable to throw her body to catch the disc, and we got a deep shot there. We got a streaking player.
and
The
that's
disc just
hanging out.
fading out of bounds. This might have needed a little bit more touch on
More
it
love.
instead of just raw power. But at least they got field position, so the Panthers have to again start from a bit further back. We get a pick in the sack. I think they're opting that the pass was sad. No, this will stay with Paulmeyer. And to Paul Meyer. And again back to Paul Meyer and to Paul Meyer. It's just a family affair here. Involving just another non-Paul Meyer player from the Panthers team for the score. Taking us to 14-5 in favors of the Panthers. So now it's do or die time for the Flying Colors. If they want to extend the game, they have to keep scoring.
They have to keep scoring quite a lot of points to make a universe.
Absolutely.
9 points in a row.
If they slip up and let the Panthers score, that's it.
5th place in favor of the Panthers.
Absolutely.
And to be fair, they have been the better team this this game. We've seen glimpses where Flying Colours were really good and doing all the right things and working through the zone, but overall the Panthers were just so much more composed.
Yes, and cleaner, just less mistakes in their offense, and because I think the pressure on defense from both teams was good. It's just that there were many more mistakes and drops from the Flying Colors. Okay, ring back there with the pole. The last pole that we will see from the Panthers in this game.
We'll see if they can make it the last overall pole. But the Flying Colours will do everything to prevent that.
Hartmann picking up the disc, and again we'll see the zone. Yeah, the Cappers relatively loose always to start with. They just need to stay cool. College player right in front of a camera here. This is Wheeler with the disc back to Hartmann. Surveying his option, really good find there. That is over the defender shot there. So the Colors are close to the end zone. Swinging the disc, getting off this line. Good choice there. But now it's kind of stagnating a little bit. They're running out of options. Nothing really coming from the stack. So the handlers, they have to move hard. Hartmann again looking for options. It was such a good try from the Colors player, but she just could not get a hold of the disc that was coming her way. So the Panthers get a chance to close out this game.
They'll have to work it all the way to the other side of the field though.
Yes, but let's see. Oh, great defense there by
Wow,
Hartmann.
someone got so high there. Really impressive.
And he's like looking at his options now. He doesn't really see many, but there. Good cut there by the Colors player, making it 6-14.
Not a clean hold, but a hold, and what a heroic play to get that.
Absolutely. Okay. Layout defense to kind of reclaim the disc, and then also good cutting in the end zone into the open spaces for the score.
And now it's offense from here on out for
the Panthers.
They haven't really been clinical in that second half with their offensive holds. They've given the disc away again and again, and
yes. And I think once or twice the Colors could take that offering and convert it into a break. but not as many times as they would have liked.
They broke once when it was 10-3 and then it was 10-4. One time is something.
Yes. More than they did in the first half.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Champ with the disc there. Just looking for Fowler. Always does the upline cut. Oh, good safety there by Ringenberg.
I think there was like a no call, but a collision between two players. Oh, and that is the score and the win for Panthers. Clean hold at the end of it. The defense was in position, so I don't know. It was a bit of a trust shot, but that works out for them super well.
Yeah, very good position on this throw from Ringenberg. But I think we will likely close rather quickly because I think we see the next teams already moving into the field. The final will be the Wizards from Geneva against Solobank from Cham in Switzerland, playing for the gold medal in the Swiss Championship. So congratulations on this first place game. The win goes to the Panthers from Bern. Sixth place will be in the hands of the Flying Colors. Well, congratulations for both teams for a fun game, and hopefully we'll have another fun game coming up for you after in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.